Welcome, I'm Bev Adams. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And when I saw this flying pig, I just knew I had to make a flying pig card. This card uses this little piggy. Love the little piggies. It also uses the Layering Circles framelits and the Wood Textures Designer Series paper, which comes 6x6. And don't worry about keeping track of all the directions. I've got them all here. It's a download. Just come on over to bevadams.com. My supplies are a card base out of rose red that's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have 3 pieces of soft sky cardstock, 5 1/4 by 4. One of them is going to go on the front. One is going to go on the inside. One you're going to cut up with those Layering Circles framelits. This is the number 1 scalloped circle. And this is the number 6 smooth circle. And I have found the center of the circles and punched a hole in them with my piercing tool. I found the center just by cutting out a piece of regular paper, scrap paper, whatever you have, with that same die, and then folding it in fourths, and that gives me the center. I also have a piece of powdered pink cardstock that's 2 by 2.5, and that Wood Textures Designer Series paper is just 4 by 1 inch. I have some leftover tiny brads. Stampin' Up! Used to sell them, and I bought lots of them because I think they're wonderful. And if you can't find these tiny brads, you can use larger ones. It's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And then I have some thin magnets. These are strong, thin magnets. You'll get a plus and a minus, and you need one of each. Be careful with these because they kind of jump around, just like that. So you're going to put the one magnet on this circle, and kind of in the middle somewhere. We want to stamp the pig with rose red ink. And I want to give myself as much space as I can over here. And you may have noticed I cut off the words. I just separated them because I didn't really want the words. I do want to save a piece of this scrap here. I'm going to go ahead and punch this out with a 3/4 inch punch, and then I'm going to fussy cut my pig. Don't worry about all the little details. And I remembered that I wanted to put my magnet on the pig, so I'm going to stick these together to make sure I've got the polarization going the right way. And I'm going to put that scrap behind it. And I want to put this near the face of my pig, because I basically want to just cover up that magnet. If I put this on now, before I do all my cutting, I won't have to trim it later. And so I'm going to stick that down around the edges. And I'm kind of pushing it down so it's going around that magnet. And now I can finish fussy cutting. And there's my flying pig. I'm going to use the Whisper White Stampin' Up! Pad and the little cloud that comes with that stamp set. and just kind of stamp some clouds randomly. Mostly on the top part of the card. And you might want to go off the card a little bit. This ink does take a little bit longer to dry. Going to adhere the designer series paper, and it's pretty much the same on both sides, but I think I like this for my fence. And it's not really a fence, but I just wanted to kind of suggest that it's a fence. Then I have the 5/8 inch burlap ribbon. And I'm just going to take a piece and tie a knot in it. You will need about 6 inches for this. And then just wrap this around. And I like to kind of pinch it to get this crease a little bit. I want to adhere the center circle to the card, only putting the adhesive on that center circle. And I want this to hang over just a little bit. And I should stamp my greeting. There's several greetings with this set, and I did, again, separate them. You could say, this little piggy loves you. This little piggy says thanks. I'm using she believed she could, so she did. I am using the rose red ink. So I'm stamping she believed she could up in the top left. And on the inside, I'm stamping so she did. So I just need to put the inside inside. And put the outside outside. So I've got the magnet attachment here. I want to lift this one up a little bit with dimensionals in the 4 corners. I do not want to put any where they might get involved in the mechanism here. So I could put one down here if I wanted to. In fact, I think I'll put that one about here. If I put this dimensional on the card front, I know that it will be out of the way. Then I just need to let the piggy find the magnet. There it is. And that piggy will fly around in circles. Such a fun card. If you would like to make this card, come on over to bevadams.com. I'll have all the directions for you and a link for all the products I used. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much. Bye.